Hey everyone. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not. Maybe I'm doing this correctly. Babe, do you see me going live in the thing? In the group? Oh, look, there's someone there. Hi, big boy. I guess I am doing it right. Somebody showed up. This is all your fault, big boy, making me go live. But I love the encouragement. All right. I need to find a way where I can interact with people more rather than just me talking and hearing myself talk. I'm going to wait a few minutes. I know I said it's 9:30 that I'll go live. It is live at 9:30, but I'm going to wait a few minutes just to let people in. So on this live, what I want to focus on is when you get your OEM carts with your printer, you can also go out and buy OEM carts from like Staples, Office Depot, you know, just pretty much where you get your printer and your ink supplies from. They are the 312s and the 314s. 314 is your extra large, I believe. And then the 312s are your normal size, standard size one for the ink carts. All right. So I get in the habit of labeling my caps, okay? And also labeling the actual carts itself. So I have that for all of them. And I'm actually doing a cleaning cart set as opposed to refilling it with ink, but the process is the exact same way. I will start with, let's do yellow. It's not even my favorite color, but what you're gonna need are your carts. You're gonna need your digital scale. You're gonna need some syringes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm sure this video will replay itself and hopefully it'll help somebody. But basically, as far as pulling out the ink, you wanna do these with your new ones is to, oh, I'm missing something, a cup. It's kind of like a funky way of holding your carts. So basically I hold it between my two fingers, and then I'm going to put the syringe, this is without the needle, just right up into this little mesh centerpiece of the cart. You want to press firmly into it, but not like stabbing it, but it should easily be able to drain out the ink. Okay, so I take out about 8 to 10 cc or milliliters. And then I'm going to fill up my cup with some water. And just to show you my little setup in here, in my sink. Whee! All right. Pretty much I just have a glass of water, hot water, and then my emptying bottle. All right. I'm using my iPad, which is like super ginormous compared to my phone. It's when I'm moving stuff. So basically you're gonna pull water into your syringe. All right, and then you're gonna just pretty much put it back into the cart. All right, give it a little shake to kind of wash it out. Once the water's in there, you're going to drain it back out. See the water starting to clear a little bit. Pull in some more water. Again, just repeating the process, really. Can you give me a hand, babe?
What you need?
Just maybe hold my iPad.
Hold your iPad?
Yeah. So I'm going to switch this over and have my husband help me. How do I go back? How do I turn this thing around? Oh, yeah. All right. So now I can actually do it hands-free. All right, so I put water in there. Make sure you can see me. And then you're gonna drain it back. Are you getting into the video?
No.
Like what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay. So then you're gonna, here's my cup of water, a glass of water. Basically, just pull the water in, put it back into the cart. So depending on what color you're working with, you're gonna have to do it several times. And for the cleaning cart solutions, you wanna get the water as clear as possible. So basically there's still a lot of yellow in there. Again, just repeating the process. Make sure you're using hot water. I feel like it cleans the cart a little better. All right. It's gonna take some time to get, used to holding the carts like this, and it'll get faster once you get familiar with the process. So just taking it out. So this is basically your cart flush. You will do this for when you are first time filling in your DTF ink. I don't know if you guys can see, it's starting to clear a bit. Okay, so again, just several more flushes. All right, so starting to clear up, and this is what you want. I'll probably go as far as one more, just to make sure there's no color residue left. So this drain should be pretty clean. And it looks pretty good to me. Sorry about the lighting in the kitchen. All right, so when it becomes clear, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your digital scale. Make sure it measures in grams or milliliter. I got this one at Walmart for like 16 bucks. So I like to keep my inks, or the carts, at about 14, 15. This says 15, it's actually pretty good, but I'll just go ahead and drain just another milliliter. All right, so it shows that it's 14 now. So I have a ton of solution that I just poured into a big cup because I do this quite a bit of converting OEM carts into cleaning solution, which I will be having and carrying in my shop, hopefully by the end of the week. So you're basically gonna put in straight cleaning solution in there. And you'll see the numbers are going up on the scale. If you can get 20 or above, that would be good. So how do you tell, if your cart's not accepting any more ink? Basically, you're going to see it glisten in the mesh area. So I'm at 22 with this one. Feel like I can put probably a little more. All right, so you see the water starting to sit on the surface. That's telling you that it's pretty much to the top. So I got 24 out of it. Pretty standard number is about 21 to 24 grams or milliliters for these. But that's pretty much it. This is done for the yellow. And I just cap it back up. All right. I like doing the colors first because it's usually a lot easier and quicker to clean. The black and the red and gray takes a little bit longer to clear. So basically holding your cart in your hand, putting the syringe up to the top, and basically just pulling down. You want to try to keep your cart as straight as possible because then the ink flows a lot better. When you start seeing those bubbles, that's kind of when you want to stop pulling. All right. Throw it into my dirty ink. I like to flush that first one because it's just full of color. So here's the clean water. Throwing it back into the cart. Okay. Give it a little shake and we're going to pull it back out. Look at all that color we're not using. Are there any questions? Let me know if you guys have any questions. It's a pretty fairly easy process. It just takes a little bit of patience along with everything else with DTF. I'm sorry if I'm doing this a bit fast. It's just because, like I said, I do this all the time, so. All right.
I got a question from Christina this morning. It says, how often and when do you do this process?
So usually this is good when you're first getting your printer, or for instance, one of your carts are, have gone bad, and you have to go out and buy another cart replacement. Sometimes you might just need to buy just one. I think someone was mentioning with the black ink, go out and buy a black cart and then do this. Basically, you should only have to do the flushing once, unless your carts are clogged pretty bad, and then you want to take out all the old ink. The other reason why you might want to do this is, like me sometimes, when you put in the wrong color. I've put black and magenta before, and that's not pretty. But you want to take out the black ink that was in the magenta and flush it out until it comes clear again, and then put in magenta ink. That was my pop quiz from yesterday, I believe. What do you do when you put the wrong color ink in the wrong color carts? So this is starting to clear, but you definitely want to keep going until it's like perfectly white. So you shouldn't have to do this very often. I've never timed how long each cart lasts. Like when you refill it a few times, I haven't had any problems with that. And I've had my printer for quite some time now. But if you should ever have to replace your carts again, going to Home Depot, Office Depot, or Staples, and buying a new set of carts or whatever, it's the same process. So this is just for the cleaning carts. However, it's the same process, like I mentioned, doing DTF. So instead of putting cleaning solution, you'd pretty much be using Big Boy ink, y'all. Yes, I use Big Boy ink from the very beginning of my journey. I want to give a big, huge shout out to Big Boy because he's gotten me to the place where I will be now having my own ink, hopefully by the end of this week. It is sucking customs, which is a big hassle when you're doing overseas international shipping. But I've never had a problem with his stuff. It's all that I've ever used, and I look forward to using my own stuff in the next week or so. But anyways, I'm not going to put the ink in this one, but you basically would just do the same thing. Just pour it straight into the mesh area in the middle. All right? So you would just put it in there until it fills up. You would weigh your cart and make sure that it's like 20 plus grams or milliliters. So I think I still needed a couple more flush. I'm not going to do all the colors because it's really basically the same process for all of it. If you overflow it, it's fine. So remember with the XP15000, we are installing chipless firmware. Try not to get this thing wet, but I don't think it's going to kill it because it's not reading the chips anyways. All right, so I want to make sure that you guys can see it's starting to clear. I would do one more because I did see a trace of pink in there. So to me, that looks pretty good. I weigh my carts. This is why it's important that you guys have a digital scale. It looks good, 14. Again, if I was doing DTF, I would just straight pour the DTF into there. But because I'm doing cleaning carts, I'm gonna put my solution in here and watch the numbers go up. And the numbers plays a role too when you're printing. You definitely don't want to print, you don't want to print any less than 14. So get in the habit of, in the morning time, when you first start up, you're going to weigh your carts to see how much DTF ink is in there. Weigh your carts and then refill them, right? And then continue on with the maintenance video that I did, that I posted before. It's important because if you are running your machines, one, without a cart inside the print head or running low on it, it can burn up your print head as well. So that's basically how I clean and flush the carts and install, refill my inks and also my cleaning solution. I'm sorry I'm like rambling now because this is my first live, but I'm glad and I'm thankful for you guys for joining my group. And be sure to check out my Etsy shop if you haven't already favorited. Like I said, my inks should be dropping, praying, hopefully by the end of this week. I'm always here to help. I always suggest to please post in the group. I know you guys can always reach me one-on-one, but it's a lot better to put it in the group because some other people might be having the same issue as you. So when we admins or the other people in the group are answering questions, more people are seeing those same answers. That's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoy this and stay tuned for my next live. Have a great Wednesday, y'all. Bye.